Thank you. I know it says athletics, and then yet I have this, so I don't look like athletics. However, I want to congratulate you all for getting here, and most importantly, congratulations for not flunking out of high school. Give yourselves a round of applause. I like to start things out with a little joke. Did y'all hear about the fire at the circus today? It was intense. Hey, that's my best material. All right, one more. What's the difference between here and there? A T. Yeah, that's right. Whoever got that, you can skip English first year. I got a lot of dad jokes. I got 2 sets of twins. My twin boys are right back there, Jack and Luke. Everybody wave to them. Identical twin boys, Jack and Luke, just finished soccer camp today, so they're riding shotgun with me. I have 2 sets of twins because God cursed me. Bless me. I am actually an unofficial cougar. I finished my degree here back in 1995. My last 7 classes, 21 credits for a double major in management and marketing with a minor in philosophy. I transferred from the University of Delaware. The reason I transferred was because back in 1995, the Houston Rockets created a new mascot called Clutch the Bear. I was the originator and sole performer for 21 years, from 95 through 2016. So if you're from Houston, there's a good chance that I've given a hug to at least a few of you and a high five. I'm proud that I finished my degree here at U of H. I left the Rockets in 2016 to join the University of Houston in athletics as their assistant athletic director of marketing and event presentation. It's a real long title in academia that basically means it's my job to make sure that you have a great time when you come to football games and men's basketball games, and I help oversee a staff that takes care of all the other 15 intercollegiate sports that we have. I'm going to repeat that. 15 other intercollegiate sports, from softball, baseball, women's basketball, men's and women's golf, tennis. We have all kinds, swimming and diving. I'm sure I'm forgetting a sport right now. But the major point that I want you to take away today is that you all have a benefit just as being students, and I want you to take advantage of it. And it's a free benefit. You get to go to any of these sports for free. At the 15 intercollegiate sports other than football and men's basketball, all you do is show up whenever there's a game, show your ID, and you're in for free. Everybody else in the marketplace pays. People in the city of Houston, alumni, anybody else pays. You get it as a benefit for being a full-time student here. Now, men's football and men's basketball. You have to pre-register for your tickets because we have a limited number of those tickets. They tend to sell out. TDECU Stadium, which is a couple hundred yards that way, fits about 41,000. The brand new Fertitta Center, which is a $60 million project that just opened at the beginning of last December, seats 7,000. What I'm going to ask you to please do for me is if you claim your student ticket, use it. Because if you don't, you are taking somebody else's spot, and then we have an empty seat at the game. And we don't like empty seats. We like a sold-out, packed house that creates a very intense, vibrant home court advantage and home field advantage. It's all about showing up, getting loud, wearing red, painting your face red. We have free stations at both basketball and football that provide free temporary hairspray, red body paint, red face paint, red temporary tattoos. We have a free VR experience at both football and basketball games. So there's a lot of experiences that you get to enjoy for free. If you're not a huge sports fan, it doesn't matter. Come anyway, it's like a big party. All you have to do is experience 1 touchdown at TDECU Stadium, and you'll see why. There's all kinds of stuff that happens. In the student section, there's about 100 cans of powder that go off like you see at the color run. It literally looks like the end zone student section blows up in red. There's streamers that get shot out over it. There's 4 different wacky red air dancers that go up from each end zone. The frontiersmen dressed in duster coats and big flags and cowboy hats run giant flags across the field. The cheerleaders stunt, the dancers dance, the mascots in the ROTC do push-ups for each point that is scored with a bell that rings. There's a thing called Blaze, a siren that goes off. There's a buggy that's a football helmet that goes around the end zone. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. I can't wait for the 5 football games. The first one, we got lucky, is a night game. Why are we lucky? Because it's a 7 p.m. game and it is not god-awful hot like at 11 a.m. like last year's opener against Arizona. So on September 7th, it's a Saturday night, we face Prairie View A&M. I would really love to see you all there. Here's how you claim your tickets. The Monday before the game, game's on Saturday, Monday beforehand, you go to uhcougars.com/students. uhcougars.com/students. You claim your ticket. 5 hours before the game, 5 hours before that kickoff on that Saturday, September 7th at around 2 p.m., you will get your ticket emailed to you. You then just come to the game and claim your entry that way. We do that so that we have the most redemption as possible to make it as fair for everybody as possible. Now, when you're at the games, everybody knows this sign? You've learned this? All right, this is a call and response. When I hold up my hand like this and say, "Go Cougs," you respond, "Go Cougs." Go Cougs! All right, last opportunity I have for you. We also are soliciting athletic marketing interns. If you are at all interested in helping to produce the games that get put on at not only men's football and men's basketball, women's basketball, softball, baseball, all of the events that we do game operations, i.e. the stuff that happens when the ball's not in play. In the NBA, I used to like to say, the ball's in play for 48 minutes, but you're in your seat 2.5 hours. It's my job as Clutch to make sure you feel entertained the whole time. So if you want to be a part of that, whether it's putting on the contest that we put on field, the special presentations, the dignitaries, all the things that happen when the ball's not in play, I want you to write down this email address. A fellow named Willie Hogan over in my office heads up our intern program. His email address is whogan@uh.edu. One more time, that's whogan@uh.edu. You send him an email, tell him that you heard about it over here. He's also at all the fairs with the table and the materials out there. He'll get you an interview. A lot of our interns do receive compensation. They seek federal grants and they do get some compensation for the work. You also get a lot of great experience firsthand on field in front of 40,000 people putting on a show. Do I have any questions? Any questions whatsoever? It's the first group that's not going to ask me what a professional mascot makes. Love it. You guys were taught. Yes, sir. How much does a professional mascot make? No, just kidding. Go ahead.
How do you become a mascot?
How do you become a mascot? In college at the University of Delaware, while I was studying business, I tried out to be the mascot at the end of my first year. If you're interested in doing that here, we do tryouts every April. You can contact the mascot program through the School of Music. We just did them back in April, and I think about 20 people came out. We have a team of mascots. We have both Shasta and Sasha, so we have a male and a female character, and there are multiple performers for each role because we don't want anybody missing class, obviously, and there's all kinds of appearances and whatnot. So you audition, you try out. That's how I did it. I was a mascot in high school. I was a mascot at the University of Delaware. I taught for summer camps for UCA. It's a cheerleading company. I got an audition with the Rockets, and then I packed my bags, dropped out of college. Postponed college and came down here to U of H. Yeah, left college to wear a teddy bear costume in Texas. My parents were ecstatic. Any other questions? Yes, sir. That's a great question, and I'm not going to tell you something I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure it varies sport to sport. Really, I've only been exposed. I've been here 1 year so far, a year and a month, and I've really just focused on the 17 intercollegiate sports that we have. Sorry, I can't answer better for you than that. Yes, sir?
What are some big name courtside guests you have?
Oh, that's a great question. So if you come to, somebody asked earlier about do we get celebrities at Frontier Fiesta. I'll tell you what, we get celebrities at football games and at men's basketball games and women's basketball games all the time. This year alone, James Harden, Chris Paul, the quarterback, Case Keenum, a lot of UH alums, some actors, the fellow that's friends with Dennis Quaid, I'm forgetting his name right now. Bregman, Alex Bregman came to a game. A lot of the Houston sports scene stars will come out, especially because Fertitta Center's brand new. If you haven't seen it yet, it's amazing. We are one of only 3 colleges in the nation that has this, to my knowledge. And there's only a handful of NBA teams that have it, but it's a $1.1 million 3D high-definition on-court projection intro package of a minute. So before the basketball team comes out, it turns that whole court into a high-definition movie screen. And that's worth the price of admission alone. Well, you guys are free, so it's not hard to beat free in value. Any other questions? Yes, sir, in the back there. And how much does a professional mascot make? Anywhere from $30,000 a year at entry level, upwards of $300,000 a year if you've been with your team a long, long time and are doing very well and actively solicit third-party revenue, appearances and shows. So everywhere in between. It's like saying how much does a doctor or a lawyer make? The bad ones that are new don't make much. The good ones that have been at it a while can do pretty well. Thanks for hitting on the obvious. Any other questions about University of Houston? I think you're going to have a great experience here. All the facilities on the other side of Cullen are brand new. When I went to school here in the mid-90s, the football stadium, the basketball arena, the indoor practice facility for basketball and football, none of it existed. So you have some real state-of-the-art, pristine facilities that you get to watch these sports in and cheer for our Cougars. Thank you very much. Congratulations again, and go Cougs!